Hi, welcome to our fourth video in this series, Excel for Beginners. If you have not watched the previous videos, you can always go back and take a look and come join us and let us help you take your hand from zero knowledge in Excel to working knowledge. Okay, so let's look at here. We ended last time here with this basic formulae, mean, max, and down here, count and sum. So now let us go ahead with some text functions. I'll just write the text functions here and then we are going to do some exercises with them. So let me just write the first one. Len, we're going to look at len, we're going to look at trim, we're going to look at upper, we're going to look at lower. Okay, so let me just take these names here so that we are going to use them to test and learn those functions. I'll just right click here and then I paste there. Okay, so the len function, how do you use that? You just press equal to L-E-N, and I always advise you to click here. Don't force to spell it completely. You click here, then you see it's asking for the text. Where is the text? Here is the text, Gina. Then we close this and then we press enter. So we get 4. So what does it mean? It means Gina contains 4 characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, which is correct. So if we pull down here, you see that all these, it gives you the len, gives you the number of characters per text. So that is good. Now, what is usually the case at times with Excel, somebody comes in and maybe after Gina leaves several spaces. You see what happens? The len becomes 9, for example. Let's say same here, Susan, person has left several spaces. The len becomes 11. Sylvia, person has left several spaces. The len becomes 13. So how do we usually fix that? Because this is a problem, especially when you start using formula that have to match, like VLOOKUP. So we have that is where the trim function comes to our rescue. You say equal to trim. We're trying to remove the empty spaces, so equals to trim Gina. Then you close and you press enter. So if for example you take the len again of this Gina here, there it was 9. Now if we take the len here, you see now it's 4. I go back again, you see here the len this way was 9, and now the len this way, take the len this way, is 4. So even if you had spaces before like this and spaces after like that, so let's see, if you go again, you take the len, let's take back the len here, you see it's 25. Whereas when we take the len this way, we take it here, it's 4. So you see that's how the trim function can help you, and same here can help you here. So if you see for Susan, we did almost the same thing. Yeah, we come here, it has reduced. So trim function is helpful in that situation. Now let's look at the upper function. So the upper function, we'll just write it here, upper, click all the time, then you click on this, you close, press enter. You see everything is now becomes uppercase. So you pull it like that. You see, maybe you had to send a report, and in your report the formatting had to be uppercase. You don't have time to go here and be changing one by one, so that's why this upper would help you to be able to put all of this in capital letters. Now, and of course the last one is what we are going to look at is lower, and then we come here, we click on this one, we close again, press enter. You see now you have them in small letters. Okay, so you might have wanted to send a report with small letters. Lower is surely going to help you do that. Now let me show you another interesting formula for text. It will come handy. Let me just type it here and then we see how it's going to work out. So I'll just go here and put concatenate, and then we do the function together. So now I would use this name and the sex. So let me just go ahead and I tell you. So before doing that, what happens if we try to add? Normally we could add like this for numbers. 1 plus 1 equals to 2. But can we be able to add Gina, for example, plus female? What do we get when we do that? We get an error. So now you can start guessing what concatenate will help us do. So let me just go on with concatenate equal to con. Then I find it, I double click on it, I go to Gina, I press comma because it's asking for the first text. Now I move to the second text is highlighted. I say this is the second text. I just need those two. I close, and what do we get? We get Gina female. But then there is no space in between. It doesn't look interesting. So what could I do? I add another string, which is a space. So here, like that, you see, I have the quotation. So this is a space in between. Now let's try and see, what do we get? We get Gina female. But now it doesn't make sense. So let us add is so that it looks interesting. So I keep a space, is, and I ensure there's a space after that as well. So I press enter, and then what do I get? Gina is a female. Pull it down here, and then what do I get? Susan is a female, Nina is a female, Kevin is a male, Mike is a male. So these are some basic text functions, and I hope you are going to practice with them, and then see you in our next video. Thank you.